Growing up in poverty is more than just a financial struggle. It has profound psychological effects that can shape an individual's mindset, behavior, and life trajectory well into adulthood. This article explores the various ways childhood poverty impacts mental health, decision-making, self-perception, and overall life outcomes. The mindset of scarcity, hopelessness, and limited future outlook. One of the most significant psychological impacts of childhood poverty is the development of a scarcity mindset. Children raised in low-income households often grow up with a pervasive sense of hopelessness and a limited view of their future prospects. Unlike their more affluent peers, who may see a world of opportunities ahead, children in poverty frequently feel trapped by their circumstances. This mindset is not just about material possessions. It extends to dreams and aspirations. The idea of owning a business, having a comfortable home, or pursuing higher education can seem like unattainable fantasies rather than realistic goals. This lack of hope can be a significant barrier to breaking the cycle of poverty, as it often leads to reduced motivation and effort in pursuing opportunities for advancement. Short-sighted economic decision-making. The psychological impact of poverty often manifests in financial behavior patterns that can perpetuate the cycle of economic hardship. Research by Johannes Haushofer and Ernst Fair highlights how the stress and negative outlook associated with poverty can lead to more risky and short-sighted financial decisions. These decisions might include impulsive purchases of luxury items that provide temporary comfort but are financially unsound, taking out high-interest loans without a clear repayment plan, engaging in activities like gambling or excessive drinking as coping mechanisms, which can further strain limited resources. It's important to note that these behaviors are not inherent character flaws, but rather adaptive responses to chronic stress and scarcity. The immediate need for comfort or escape often outweighs long-term financial planning when living in a state of constant deprivation. Self-perception and social comparison. Growing up in poverty can significantly impact one's self-perception and social identity. Children from low-income families are often acutely aware of their economic status, especially in comparison to their peers. This awareness can lead to low self-esteem and feelings of inadequacy, social isolation or difficulty fitting in with peers, a persistent sense of being less than or not good enough. These feelings can persist into adulthood, even if an individual manages to improve their financial situation. Adults who grew up in poverty might continue to feel self-conscious about their background or feel compelled to justify their spending habits or lifestyle choices. Adaptability and resilience, the double-edged sword. Paradoxically, growing up in poverty can foster significant adaptability and resilience. A study published in Current Directions in Psychological Science found that individuals raised in low-income environments often develop a remarkable ability to adapt to adversity. This adaptability, however, comes at a cost. The chronic stress associated with poverty can lead to heightened vigilance and anxiety, difficulty relaxing or feeling safe, physical health problems related to chronic stress. While these adaptive traits can be beneficial in some contexts, they can also make it challenging for individuals to thrive in more stable environments, potentially hindering social and professional advancement. Educational disparities and long-term consequences. One of the most significant ways poverty affects long-term outcomes is through its impact on education. Children from low-income families often face numerous educational challenges. Attending under-resourced schools, lack of access to educational materials and technology, limited exposure to enrichment activities and experiences, higher likelihood of dropping out before completing their education. These educational disparities can have far-reaching consequences, affecting career opportunities, earning potential, and overall life satisfaction well into adulthood. Even individuals with high potential may find themselves at a significant disadvantage due to gaps in their educational background. Mental health care, the missing piece. Perhaps one of the most critical yet often overlooked aspects of growing up in poverty is the limited access to mental health care. This lack of access can lead to undiagnosed or untreated mental health conditions, misinterpretation of neurodevelopmental disorders, e.g. ADHD, autism, as behavioral problems, development of maladaptive coping mechanisms. Without proper diagnosis and treatment, Children may internalize negative beliefs about themselves, viewing their struggles as personal failings rather than symptoms of treatable conditions. This can lead to a lifetime of unnecessary suffering and missed opportunities. Breaking the cycle, challenges and opportunities. While the psychological impacts of childhood poverty are profound and long-lasting, they are not insurmountable. Understanding these effects is the first step toward developing effective interventions and support systems. Some potential strategies for breaking the cycle include early intervention programs that provide mental health support and educational enrichment, financial literacy education tailored to the specific challenges faced by low-income communities, mentorship programs that connect children from low-income backgrounds with successful role models, policy initiatives aimed at reducing income inequality and improving access to quality education and healthcare. Conclusion: the importance of empathy and understanding. The psychological effects of childhood poverty extend far beyond the years spent in a low-income household. They shape an individual's worldview, decision-making processes, and self-perception in ways that can persist throughout adulthood. Recognizing these impacts is crucial for developing compassion and understanding for those who have experienced poverty, as well as for creating effective strategies to break the cycle of intergenerational poverty. By addressing both the financial and psychological aspects of poverty, we can work towards a more equitable society where every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential, regardless of their economic background. It's a complex challenge, but one that is essential for creating a more just and prosperous world for all.